What's up, world? Let me tell you about this beard growth oil I got from 12 tribes on Earth. 8 ounces of oily goodness with a nozzle that prevents sprays and spills, and soft ingredients that make it perfect addition to anyone's morning routine. From coconut to castor, all these oils are hand chosen. After using this herbal blend, the biggest thing I noticed is how soft and how strong my hair was, and how good I feel. Pick up your bottle today and make your beard the star of the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's a report that just came out that said Bukele of El Salvador, he's the president, and Donald Trump been brokering deals and funneling U.S. aid to MS-13. So I guess we shouldn't be surprised. Donald Trump is the same one that let El Chapo's family come and live in the US recently, making a deal with El Chapo's son. So, this is what you get when your president is a criminal. He sits there and does criminal activities all the time because that's exactly what he is. So, y'all, let's get into this story.
Bukele and Trump accused of secret MS-13 deal using U.S. aid. President Nayib Bukele of El Salvador, widely recognized as a hardliner in the fight against gang violence, is now facing serious allegations that contradict his public image. A new investigation by ProPublica reveals that Bukele's administration may have secretly negotiated with the notorious MS-13 gang, possibly using U.S. aid funds as leverage. The revelations stem from a long-running U.S. investigation originally aimed at dismantling MS-13's leadership. That investigation, led by Joint Task Force Vulcan, formed at the request of former President Donald Trump in 2019, eventually expanded to probe potential deals between Bukele's government and the gang during the early years of his presidency. According to ProPublica, Bukele's allies obstructed the extradition of key MS-13 figures whom U.S. agents considered potential witnesses to secret negotiations. Additionally, Salvadoran law enforcement officials who cooperated with the U.S. task force were reportedly targeted and persecuted. The report also suggests that U.S. funds, including aid money, may have been diverted to MS-13 in exchange for political favors. These included reducing homicide rates and delivering votes to support Bukele's political goals. In 2021, U.S. agents requested access to American bank accounts held by Salvadoran officials to investigate possible money laundering tied to the suspected scheme. Among those implicated in the alleged operation were Bukele, senior members of his administration, and their relatives. Internal U.S. documents cited in the report claim that these individuals were deeply involved with MS-13 and were using illicit funds to support political campaigns. This is not the first time El Salvador's government has been accused of brokering deals with gang leaders. Previous administrations have also been linked to secret negotiations, offering improved prison conditions and early releases in return for reduced violence. Notably, a separate investigation by Salvadoran outlet El Faro had previously accused Bukele of engaging in similar deals during his time as mayor of San Salvador. However, ProPublica's findings indicate that Bukele's government may have taken these arrangements even further, allegedly renegotiating with gang leaders not only on violence reduction, but also over U.S. aid, prison privileges, and electoral support. These allegations come amid close ties between El Salvador and the Trump administration. Early in Trump's presidency, Bukele agreed to accept the deportation of Venezuelan migrants, suspected members of the Trinidad gang, and imprison them in the country's newly built mega prison, Secot. Bukele's cooperation on Trump's anti-immigration agenda earned praise from U.S. officials. Earlier this year, Bukele and Trump held a meeting in the Oval Office to celebrate their partnership, including an agreement allowing El Salvador to detain deported individuals labeled as gang threats. In one of his first trips as Secretary of State, Marco Rubio visited El Salvador to meet Bukele. There, they discussed immigration enforcement and gang suppression strategies, which helped pave the way for what later became a legally contentious deportation agreement. He's offered to jail gang members and dangerous criminals, even U.S. citizens or legal residents, Rubio said following the visit. We can send them, and he will put them in his jails. As scrutiny grows, the allegations threaten to undercut Bukele's carefully cultivated image as a tough, uncompromising leader in the war against gangs.
Well, isn't this amazing? So, Donald Trump in America, y'all got money for MS-13, but you don't have money for reparations, right? You have money for criminal activity, but you don't have money for reparations. Wow. This is just amazing. You're going to have to tell me what you think, ladies and gentlemen, about this one. So, Donald Trump is working with first El Chapo's family and now MS-13, along with Bukele. Boy, you can't make this stuff up even if you tried. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.